Good day everyone. My name is Jindani from BSCRIM 3C and I will be discussing the differences and similarities of the Philippines Republic Act No. 9344, also known as the Juvenile Justice and Welfare Act of 2006, and the Juvenile Delinquency Prevention and Control Act in the United States. I will be showing the similar goals of addressing juvenile delinquency through rehabilitation and ensuring the rights of the children. However, they also differ significantly in approach, structure, and implementation due to differing legal systems and societal context. I will be discussing first the similarities of each laws. Number 1, focus on rehabilitation. Both laws emphasize the rehabilitation of juvenile offenders rather than punitive measures. They aim to reintegrate children into society as productive members. Now, number 2, age of criminal responsibility. Both laws recognize that juveniles should be treated differently from adults in the justice system because of their age and developmental stage. Now, for number 3, we have diversion programs. Both laws promote alternatives to incarceration, such as counseling, community service, or restorative justice, to prevent recidivism and further entanglement with the justice system. For number 4, we have protection of rights. Both frameworks ensures that juveniles are treated humanely and their rights are protected throughout the judicial process. And finally, number 5, we have preventive measures. Both laws advocate for proactive measures to prevent juvenile delinquency, including education, family support, and community programs. For the next part, I will be now discussing the differences of each laws. For number 1, we have the scope and coverage. In RA 9344 from the Philippines, it focuses on juvenile justice comprehensively across the country, emphasizing restorative justice and community-based interventions. It categorically prohibits the imprisonment of children with adult offenders. Now, for the JJDPA, or Juvenile Justice and Delinquency Prevention Act of the USA, it primarily serves as a framework for federal standards and funding to state systems. The specifics of juvenile justice vary significantly from state to state. Now, for the number 2, we have the age of criminal responsibility. In RA 9344, it sets a fixed minimum age of 15 years old and allows conditional responsibility for ages 12 to 15 if discernment is proven. Now, for the JJDPA, it does not set a national age of criminal responsibility. Instead, this is determined by individual states, with some as low as 10 years and others higher. In some cases, juveniles can be tried as adults for serious crimes. For number 3, we have the institutional approach. For the RA 9344, its strong emphasis on barangay or village or community-based intervention and local government unit involvement. It establishes juvenile justice and welfare councils to oversee implementation. Now, for the JJDPA, it focuses on federal funding and monitoring of state compliance with standards such as separating juveniles from other adult offenders in custody. Now, for number 4, we have legal and cultural context. Now, in the RA 9344, it is strongly rooted in the Philippines' cultural emphasis on family and community. It uses restorative justice practices that align with local traditions. Now, for the JJDPA, it reflects a more diverse and decentralized legal system in the US, leading to varied implementations based on regional needs and capacities. Now for number 5, which is the last number, enforcement and challenges. For the RA 9344, it struggles with implementation due to resource limitations, lack of facilities, and public resistance to the non-punitive approach. For the JJDPA, it has faced challenges ensuring all states fully comply with its provisions, particularly regarding the institutionalization of status offenders and the removal of juveniles from adult jails. In conclusion, both RA 9344 and the JJDPA reflect a progressive shift from punitive to rehabilitative juvenile justice systems. However, RA 9344's centralized and culturally specific approach contrasts with the JJDPA's federal oversights in a decentralized legal system. These differences highlight how juvenile justice systems are tailored to their societal and governance contexts. I hope you learn the similarities and differences of each laws and help you with your topics or lessons. Thank you for listening.